it as well. Basic part. I'll talk about the introduction about Java. I require about 50 sessions. Okay, I require about how many classes here? Approximately. Okay, I might require about 50 classes approximately. Okay, now, and then, okay, Java will always play a role at the backend. Okay, there is always two things, guys: front end, back end. What is back end? I'll tell you. So Java, first thing which you'll be learning here is Java. So in order to complete Java, I require about 50 sessions, and Java will play a role at the back end. Okay, Java comes in place at the back end. Clear? Done, sir. What is back end? I'll tell you in some time. Okay. Second thing, what you'll be learning, sir. Second thing here is you would be learning something called as SQL. Again, what is SQL? Structured query language. So, for example, if an employee gets recruited into a company, all the information, the employee details has to be stored into the database here, correct? So, in order to interact with the database, I will always come across SQL. In order to complete SQL, I might require about 25 classes. And SQL is used to interact with whom? With the database. So SQL is used to interact with the database here. Got it? Done. So Java at the backend, SQL the database layer, and then the most UI part. Okay. The third part is you would be learning web technologies. Okay, you will be learning what? Web technologies. Okay. So what are the web technologies you will be learning, sir? So we would be learning, okay, three major technologies. Okay. One is HTML. Okay. Then comes CSS, and then comes JavaScript. Okay, and Java and JavaScript are two different things. Okay, and this is wherein people get confused. Sir, is Java and JavaScript same, sir? No, 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 no. Okay, it's different. And again, in order to complete web technologies, we might require about 25 classes. Okay, and web technologies will always come at the front end. Web technology means it is front end here. Okay, so these are the few things which you all will be learning. Got the clarity, guys? Java will come at the back end, SQL is database, and web technologies at the front end. For example, if if I just want to help you out here, I will tell you guys. I'll tell you here. Okay, everyone knows what is Facebook, right? Everyone knows what is Facebook, right? So now here I'll talk about that part as well. Okay, now here, see here, you have an application. Okay, that application is Facebook or Gmail or whatever it is. Okay, we'll talk about Gmail here. Okay, so we have a Gmail application. Okay, now, so now guys, imagine. Okay, first there will be, you want to create an account. Okay, what is it? You want to create a Gmail account. So once if you want to create a Gmail account, what will you do? You will enter your first name, you will enter your last name, and create a password, blah 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 blah, and you will click on the submit button. Clear? So whatever you see, okay, see, once you open your browser, you know what is a browser? No, Chrome, Internet Explorer, Firefox. So you will open your browser. Okay, you will tell www.gmail.com, facebook.com, instagram.com. So as soon as you open that, you'll get a web page, no, you'll get a page, no, website, no. These are all built using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, the front end technologies. So whatever you see, it's called as UI, your user interface, front end. So in order to develop front end technologies, we require HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if I want to create a Gmail account, you'll enter your first name, last name, password, and blah 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 blah, and click on submit. So all those data, once you click on submit here, all those data has to be transferred. Okay, all those data should be transferred where? It has to be transferred to the database here. It has to be transferred to the database. So in order to communicate with the database, we require HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Got the clarity over here? Understood? Now, once you are done creating an account, you want to log in into your Gmail account. So you want to log in into your Gmail account. What will you do? You will enter your user ID, you will enter your password and click on submit button. Once you click on submit button, what should happen here? Your Gmail account has to get opened, right? Your Gmail account has to get opened. But once, if the Gmail account has to get opened, there is a lot of validation which is being done internally. For example, okay, now see here, I will enter the user ID as XYZ. User ID is XYZ. Now I have to check if there is XYZ user ID into my database. Only if there is the user ID XYZ, that is when he can log in and open his profile. Correct. Now again, I will enter the password 123. So I have to check, is the password 123, is it valid or not? If it is valid, only then the login is successful and he can do whatever he wants. If the login is not successful, can he open the website here? No. So therefore, okay, there's a lot of validation done internally, guys. So validation is done internally, right? We do it with the help of Java at the back end. So you enter your email ID, you enter your password, click on submit. Your profile only has to get opened, not mine here, correct? So there is internally validation done. Okay, I need to check. Oh, is the user ID valid? Oh, is the password valid? Only then I have to open your profile. So there is validation done at the back end. Okay, validation is done at the back end. So in order to communicate, in order to work around with backend, you require Java, correct? And once you create an Gmail application, all your data will be in the database. So in order to communicate with the database, we require SQL. Now, how do you create a web page? How do you create whatever you see is web page? You do it with the help of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So you are going to be full stack developers. What are you going to be? You are going to be full stack developers. When I tell full stack developers, you would be learning the front end technologies, database technologies, and the back end technologies. So you'll be learning everything. How do we create a website also you will learn. How do we interact with the database also you will learn. And how do we validate at the back end also you will learn. So you're all going to be full stack developers. Clear? Got the clarity, guys? This is how you are going to learn here. Okay? Java at the back end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript at the front end. In order to communicate with the databases, SQL. So these are the three technologies you would be learning separately. You learn Java separately, you learn SQL separately, you learn web technology separately. But ultimately, you have to integrate all the three and you have to develop an application, right? So that is what you would be learning in J2EE, Java's Enterprise Edition. Again, in order to complete J2EE, we require about 30 sessions. Okay, about 30 classes. So now here in J2EE here, you are integrating everything. You are integrating Java also, you are integrating SQL also, and you are integrating web technologies also. So you're integrating all the three technologies which you learned separately in order to create a particular application. Got the clarity here? So that is what you would be learning in J2EE here. Got the clarity? So this is what you will be understanding, guys. Okay, now. And one more thing, guys. Okay, you will definitely have some of the other questions, right? That once I'm done with explaining, you can ask me. I'll definitely answer. Okay, now. And once we are done with it, okay, once we are done with it, so here the next thing you will be learning is frameworks. What will you be learning? You'll be learning something called as frameworks. And what are the frameworks you would be learning? You would be learning two frameworks. That is Hibernate. Okay, now Hibernate, and you would be learning something called as Spring using J2EE in 10 lines. Well, here you develop